Coming up, the Terriers get their paws on the Beanpot. BU hoops and hockey get big makeovers at both the Case Center and at Wally B. And we preview some stick and ball as the Terrier lacrosse teams kick off new seasons. Yeah, it's a dog's life, right here on BU Terriers Unleashed. It was the 72nd Beanpot, and you can't get better than a BU-BC matchup in the finals. A little over 5 minutes into the game, the Eagles struck first.
Definitely not the start we wanted. It was slow. We were just late to pucks. We weren't winning puck battles, and we were probably pretty lucky to get out of that one in a 1-0 game.
After a sluggish first period, the Terriers came back with some bite. Freshman Brandon Svoboda roofed one.
Takes the shot, he scores!
And the game was tied at 1.
Came down and saw Quinn going, so I tried to give him the puck. Didn't work out, and then we got another opportunity, came down, and I saw a little pocket above his shoulder and then put it there, so it was nice that it went in.
It was an unbelievable goal. The celebration was great too, but that just really got us going. It's just, I thought, a big momentum switch for us.
When you're playing against one of the best teams in the country, they obviously have a good goalie, but they have a really special goalie in Fowler, clearly, and to be able to get one past them was a really good feeling.
Just 70 seconds later, Cole Hudson scored to give the Terriers the lead for good.
Hudson shoots, he scores!
And then Huddy obviously scoring that goal right after. It definitely put us on the right track. We really didn't look back from there. We kind of knew we were winning that game.
And what a Beanpot debut from goalie Mikhail Yegorov. He shut down the Eagles the rest of the way, stopping the final 35 shots he faced.
He's awesome. What a good kid he is, and what a great addition it's been to our group. And to be able to come in here in such a young age, coming to play in a top program, that's not an easy thing to do.
He's been unbelievable since he's been here, off the ice. Just an awesome guy to have around, a great teammate, but what he's been able to do on the ice is exceptional. It's just so cool to see, his first game being at BC and one of the toughest environments to play in college, and it seemed like he handled it so effortlessly.
Freshman phenom Cole Iserman tacked on an insurance tally with just under 10 minutes to play.
Playing in front of those amount of fans, it was unbelievable, and then obviously the student section helped us out a lot.
A 185-foot empty netter by Gavin McCarthy sealed the deal, and the Terriers won their 32nd Beanpot title.
We're a team that's very adaptable. I think we have a lot of skill, we have a lot of speed, guys that are playing hard too, and I think we kind of bring a little bit of everything.
Just from the beginning of the year, I think we knew we had the group to do something special, and I think we've proven that in each tournament we've played in so far.
And the Boston University Terriers are bringing it back to the doghouse.
No looking back from here, and I think we're going to continue to grow and be more successful.
Cole Hudson was named the Steve Nazaro Most Valuable Player, and Yegorov took home the Eberle Award, given to the goalie with the highest save percentage.
I'm just happy with where we're at right now. I think we're in a good spot, and we've worked hard to be where we are, and we're just excited to keep it going.
Asmar Abdullah with the left hand gets it downhill.
Over at the Case Center, the men's hoop team is loving some very anticipated renovations.
Tripled their square footage, recovery room, lounge area, ping pong table. It's a tremendous state-of-the-art facility. Much, much needed.
I think actually seeing it in person was a little bit crazier than I expected. We knew it was going to be, a beautiful place, but I didn't expect it to be this nice. Everyone's reaction was pretty cool to see.
It's definitely more than what I expected for sure, with just the TVs, recovery room, and the ping pong table and stuff, so it's definitely more than what I expected.
It's kind of tough, when you're between school and practice, trying to find a place to maybe chill out for a little bit just to get your mind right. This was the perfect spot for it. It's tough to kind of go back to your room and then have to go to practice, and so just being able to come here right directly after class, get some snacks, chill out, whatever, kick your feet up a little bit, that's huge for us.
Just with the recovery room, that's been a great resource for me. We have massage guns in there and the recovery boots. So just being able to maximize our potential on the court from being in there is helpful. Definitely been helpful.
This has been amazing. It took their breath away. A space where they could spend time together, socially, recovery-wise, eating. For a recruiting standpoint, it's been tremendous. And for recruits to come and see the commitment that our university has made to our basketball program.
There's multiple rooms that you can kind of just do your own thing in. Our last locker room was a little tight, so you couldn't get much stuff done besides getting changed and going up to practice. This one's got areas for studying, for taking naps, just hanging out with your guys if you want to.
Just being able to have that quiet time, coming in here to study late night in the morning or like after a workout and stuff like that, find that peaceful state of mind. Yeah, I find myself coming in here a lot.
We've had a lot of people that stepped up in terms of making donations to our program, and certainly I hope they really understand the significance of what they were able to provide for our student athletes for now and into the future. It's a great benefit.
The women's basketball team will also share the video room with the men's team.
We were all kind of like, our jaws were dropped. We really didn't expect it, and it's probably the nicest room we have for our team.
For us as a team, this is kind of like our home away from home. We spend a lot of time in here every single day, hang out a lot in here every single day.
For them to be able to congregate and spend some time with each other and get to know each other in a different way and having a space to do that. I've come in here on the weekends and guys have been in the locker room playing ping pong. It's pretty cool to see them use this facility in different ways.
Everyone's super excited about everything we have going on, and all the young kids knowing they have all 4 years to use this, so that's exciting for them too.
Obviously, BU's a tremendous institution, world-class education that they can provide in a terrific city, but now having space like this just is kind of a cherry on top.
I think the athletic department's great. They show that they care about us, but comes a point in time like we have to prove ourselves and we have to win. I think we can continue to keep doing that. Everyone in this community is great. It's like one big family.
Up next, the men's lacrosse season is in full swing. We'll get a preview of the squad when BU Terriers Unleashed comes back. In celebration of National Girls and Women in Sports Day, BU Athletics held a free youth clinic with various BU varsity teams. The event was held at the Roof in early February, and the clinic was open to kids in the 8th grade or below. Participants got the opportunity to meet with BU student athletes and coaches from soccer, rowing, field hockey, and other teams, and they played various sports at designated stations with the kids. The kids also received free admission to the BU women's ice hockey game that night versus UConn. After several successful seasons in a row and graduating some top-end talent, the men's lacrosse team has retooled and is primed for another run at a Patriot League championship.
We have a team that is going to surprise a lot of people. A really great balance of some guys that have experience. We have some guys that have been waiting their turns as sophomores and juniors and are ready to have big seasons. And then we have a nice influx of 18 freshmen. So it's been a really nice blend. We're going to take an approach of relying on multiple players. We have guys that are inside finishers. We have guys that are stretch shooters. We have guys that are better, in dodging situations and so on. It's been a challenge, but a really exciting one to put these pieces together.
We're more of a spit the ball around kind of team this year with just guys in different spots. And also, I think we're a young team, so we have a lot of guys that have fresh legs and can bring it every day.
We have one goal every year, and that's to win the Patriot League.
It's a family affair, a big roster, and the players have a say in how things get done.
We take a lot of pride that our team is player-run. So, there's a lot of conversations with our seniors, a lot of conversations with our older players. It's my job to guide the team, but it's their team.
Senior captain Zach Travellini is one of the players Coach Poley is counting on.
Zach Travellini, he's been a 3-year starter for us and has scored a ton of big goals for us. But, I think his leadership and his off the field has been just as helpful.
To be a captain here is something that I dreamed of for a long time growing up in Boston. I try to be the loudest guy at practice every day if I can. Definitely try to be a vocal leader.
Guarding the net is senior Will Barnes, who is key to the Terriers' success this season.
What sets Will apart is certainly his ball-stopping ability. Even when Will gives up a goal, he's usually all over it. He's super athletic, he's super competitive, and moves really well. He's a student in the game.
Getting that first save, seeing the energy from the crowd on the sideline, it really gets me juiced up, and I just love playing in that atmosphere.
We're certainly going to count on Will to be the backstop of our defense, and he's worked on his leadership characteristics, and I think the defense really enjoys guys playing in front of them.
There's a ground ball outside of the crease. I love going out, getting physical, and it's kind of helping any way I can other than just saving the ball.
It's a program that stays connected to its alumni.
The full family pillar in general, I think being a part of it on the team is one thing, but also our alumni base is absolutely amazing.
Every player on our team has a mentor, mostly that are alums, so there's been a really good connectivity between our alums and our players.
It's crazy how much the alumni still keep in touch. You know, last year the amount of alumni that came to that Army game was really something special, and especially us beating them when they were #1 in the nation, it definitely just meant the world to us.
Here we go. We talk daily just about our process and winning in the margins and doing the little things, our attention to detail, getting 1% better week over week or day over day.
It's just kind of like taking each play at a time and like having that just play, don't think mindset. And just once that gets going, get into a groove, you know, start feeling the chemistry, I think that's going to be very good for us.
The goal to this year's unit is let's reach our full potential. And I think if we do that, we'll be right there in May, right where we've been the last couple of years, knocking on the door, playing in championship weekend of our conference, and really, you know, in a great position to go to the NCAA tournament.
It's going to be fast and physical, and we're just going to try to squeeze the life out of teams and going along the game.
Coming up, the women's ice hockey program recently unveiled new renovations to their home at Walter Brown Arena. We'll share them with you on the other side of this short break. Stay with us. Historic Walter Brown Arena is home to the BU Terriers women's ice hockey team. Just like the men's basketball team, they also got some major improvements to their digs this winter.
It's bigger, it's brighter, it's wow. That's what it is.
I didn't realize just how excited I was until the day that we were going to reveal the room to them. I found myself running the opposite direction just to come in and see their faces.
Oh my gosh, I was in complete awe. Literally better than I imagined. Better than the pictures. It was so cool.
Jaws hit the floor. We knew it was going to be great, but I think it just surpassed all of our expectations.
I don't think anybody was expecting the level of incredible everything that we ended up getting.
We're all like hugging each other, like, oh my gosh, this is our room. Like, we had no words.
Everyone would just randomly be like, this does not feel real. Like, this doesn't feel like it's like our locker room. Like, this is incredible. I mean, it's unbelievable, and I think we're all just so grateful.
We can all like study and hang out in the lounge area, and it's just great for the program, like for recruits to see like how much BU cares about our women's program and where we see the program in the future as a national championship team. Literally top of the line, everything. The lounge and the TVs in there and the amount of resources they put in for us.
You think of the locker room and the lounge are the two really big spaces that the players are feeling in their day-to-day, but it's their dry stall area. It's our coaches' offices, it's our hot cold tubs, our new athletic training space, our equipment rooms, the Jumbotron. There's so many layers to this project that have really just changed our day-to-day.
Coach says it a lot that they want our environment to feel professional, and I think this really takes that to the next level.
It gives them a space to feel like they're athletes that are supported with the resources they need, but also have spaces to build a team culture.
To be able to call this space home and be like, hey, let's all hang out in the locker room and do this, or let's all watch video in the lounge, or let's all do things together, obviously is gonna bring us a lot closer, and it has.
Yeah, it's awesome. We literally like don't want to leave here. Like we want to be in here all day. Like it's so nice. A lot of girls are studying and just doing recovery in the lounge. Post-game, girls hang out for hours, like after a game, just relaxing. So yeah, it's been so great. It helps the team culture and team camaraderie. This is where like the memories are built.
To know that BU is like all for us and is really behind women's sports growing just pushes us even further to advocate for ourselves and for women's sports in general. It's a really big morale boost for the team, I think, to know that all of athletics is behind us and they see all the hard work that we do and that our coaches do. And so to have all these donors pitch in and put so much money behind us, it just really gives us kind of a fire under us to be like, we deserve this space and you guys created it for us to have an excellent program, not only now, but for years to come.
It just shows how great of a program BU hockey is and how it'll eventually be a national championship program.
Up next, women's lacrosse has hit the field and a new season is off and running. We'll get a look at the team after this short break. The national spotlight continues to shine on BU softball pitcher Kasey Ricard. The junior right-hander is a 2025 D1 softball preseason All-American and was recently named to the USA Softball Collegiate Player of the Year Top 53 watch list.
It's amazing honor to have. I mean, I never thought when I started my college career that I'd be getting any of these awards, to be honest. It's not really a thing for Northeast players to get that. It really shows how hard my team worked behind me to give me perfect games in defense. That was so tight and scored runs for me. It's not just me that has this award. I think it's for the university and for our team and all the past teams before me. I actually didn't like pitching growing up. I thought it was too much pressure. But now I love the pressure. I love being able to go in situations when my team needs me, going in the bottom of the seventh, whether it's bases loaded or whether I'm starting a game. I think I just have so much confidence now from pitching that it's just helped me grow outside of softball. One of my best qualities that I'm able to hit a spot, like wherever coach calls the pitch, I think I'm able to execute it 9 times out of 10. That is the easiest way to keep hitters on their toes. Our goal in the Patriot League is always to come home with that trophy, so our goal is to win. I got to change it up a little bit for all the Patriot League teams and trying to work on my off speed a little more, trying to get them to stay on their toes more since this will be the 3rd year that they've seen me at least 20 at-bats. Once you get to the end, everyone just starts getting tired, and I think I want to keep the same energy I had at the beginning of the year. My arm's been doing good so far this year. We're just going to keep the same plan that I've had the past 2 years, trying to stay healthy the whole season.
Kasey Ricard, another gem.
This year is about growing a culture and growing as a family, and I think that we're getting there. We're doing our parts.
The BU women's lacrosse team is on the field for another season, and head coach Lauren Morton's squad is focused on the fundamentals of what it takes to win.
We want to just continue to get better from game to game. You know you're not going to be perfect, but I think that being able to improve in the little aspects of our game and to be able to continue to evolve.
One of our biggest strengths is speed. Like, this is one of the fastest teams that we've had in all my years of being here, just like the speed and the athleticism of our team. Our 1v1 dodging has been a really big strength for our offense, just going out there beating our defenders. Having organized chaos has been really good for our defense, just like thriving in that areas and just getting a bunch of knockdowns.
We do have an experienced offensive group. For them to be able to make some of those reads and adjustments on the field and in game is definitely something we want to continue to empower them to do.
Grad student Kendall Sims, whose season last year was cut short by injury, was determined to get back on the field.
Honestly, that night that I got hurt, sitting in the training room, like I knew right away, I'm coming back. Like literally that same day, I was like, I know I'm coming back. Getting hurt, honestly, like increased my vocal leadership and just made me a more well-rounded captain just from being on the sidelines.
Nice pass inside, Sims scores!
Kendall is just like our go-to person. She's just so level-headed and does like everything very well. Just a phenomenal leader.
Just being a light that they could look to and a source of motivation and inspiration is what I try to do every day at practice and in games.
She's a huge leader by example, and I think a lot of people on our team trust her and are willing to follow her.
Junior Haley Matus brings grit and fire to the Terriers defense.
Haley is such a worker. She has such an infectious kind of positive energy and just really a belief in her teammates. She's also one of our toughest people on our team.
I see myself as an aggressive on-field player and just putting pressure on the attackers on the field.
That energy, that attitude makes her a great backbone for our defensive unit.
We graduated all of our senior class last year, so that leaves me in more of a leadership role this year, so I'm trying to be that for the freshmen.
Here's Stevens.
We've been really impressed with Ellie's growth. She's really playing like an upperclassman. Just the experience you get, the decision making, the understanding of the flow, the game momentum, all of that. I think she's someone who will lean on a ton.
Score! Hannah Tilliard gets the goal.
Hannah's someone who, as a senior, is just coming back with so much confidence, so much understanding, and I think she's such a threat in transition, up high, down low. So I think she's someone we'll continue to lean on and can really, really change the momentum of a game.
Sophomore Alex Law, who's coming off the ice and joining the lacrosse team, is another player Coach Morton is counting on this season.
She knew she wanted to play hockey and lacrosse. She didn't get a chance to play lacrosse last year, having an injury coming out of the hockey season. And I think it's rare to be able to do both at a high level. But she's a passionate kid. She's a hungry kid. She'll just add so much to our group overall.
New assistant coach Holly Schleicher, a former Eagle, has made her way down Comm Ave to join the Terriers.
Holly's been an incredible addition. She's a really hard worker. She's really passionate. She's played at the highest level. She's been a leader at the highest level. She's done an incredible job and just really added so much to our unit and just to our staff and the program as a whole.
Living vicariously through their kids, BU lacrosse parents took the field for some friendly competition and shared some style points.
The parents' game was so fun.
A lot of the parents got so into it, and a lot of them played college lacrosse too, so a lot of them were like doing behind the back. They were getting really into it, but there are also some parents who have never picked up a lacrosse stick before, which was also equally as fun.
It was crazy. They were much better than I expected to be. They threw Twizzlers. It was awesome.
Parents came in kind of guns blazing with jerseys and ready to really take it to us, so it was awesome to be able to see. I think you can see where the competitiveness from our own team comes from.
With the season off and running, for the Terriers, it's all about making progress and keeping it simple.
Get 1% better every day is what Coach Mort has been saying. That's really been our motto, just 1% better every single day, and if we do that, I think we can definitely have a great season this year.
That's the end of regulation for this episode, but we'll be back with more sports stories and playoff action as BU Athletics swings into spring. We'll see you next time on BU Terriers Unleashed. Thanks for watching.